Hey, this is Kevin from Ratchet.
This is Eli.
Mike. And we're surviving Rocklahoma, baby.
Ow!
What is up, everybody? Welcome to Surviving Rocklahoma. I'm your host with the locks that rocks, Adam Richmond, and we are back for our weekly edition of Tulsa's growing source of all things local music, as well as the unofficial Rocklahoma podcast. Hopefully everybody's doing well and you can hear me and everything. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. I didn't cover any shows this weekend. I apologize. I can't make them all, but we are here and we're going to talk about some new developments that happened this past week, both locally and nationally, as well as we're going to feature a couple of great artists, which include Fist of Rage and Ratchet Dolls, both of which will be playing this weekend. And I'll give you the details on that a little bit else in the show. Going to the comments, I see there's a lot of people already in the house, including Jerry from the Outlaw Devils, Eric, my BFF, Christy Gross is in the comments, and still it looks like Eric is still a little bit salty that Tom Brady won today, and so I guess congratulations go out to the Bucks because they took out Mahomes and his Chiefs and will be continuing on. So I feel your pain though, buddy. My Browns lost earlier today, but that's not what we're here talking about. We're here to talk about some music, and before we can do that, we got to give a shout out to our sponsors. First up is DEB Concert.
I wanna rock!
Who answers the question, what are you going to do with your life? And he wants to rock, and rock he shall. He's booking festivals and concerts as we speak. He's brought all kinds of great acts to the area, including Brett Michaels, Buck Cherry, Lita Ford, and a whole host of other artists. You can head over to debconcerts.com to find out what they've got cooking. Make sure that you've also go like their Facebook page, because that's also where you'll get the official information of upcoming things, aside from yours truly. The Saints. Excuse me. My bad, guys. I'm got everything all mixed up. Yes, the Bucks won and the Chiefs won as well. My Browns lost, and as did the other team. Chiefs suck too. I've had my games mixed up because the Browns was playing the Chiefs, and then Tampa Bay was playing the Saints. So I had it all mixed up. You can see how much I watch football. Now, speaking of things going on, or speaking of to the sponsors, we've got At Your Service Rentals.
Shitter was full!
Brett is your official source of all personal restrooms at Rocklahoma. He also rents out outside of Rocklahoma. Head on over to aysrentals.com. You can get yourself some portable restrooms, shower houses, sanitation stations, whatever it is you need. Brett can hook you up. Man, I am tongue-tied today. And the best way to loosen that up is to crack open a cold one. And just like we do every week, every show, at the beginning of every show, we have to open the beers. So if you're drinking one with me, hold it up as I open one up. Cheers, all. Here we go. I can feel I can feel that instantly. So now we can have a little bit of a smoother ride. So we've got some things going on recently, and I haven't even talked to the ladies at the Rocklahoma office, but I saw some folks that were giving some reports that they've updated there's some updating their records over at Rocklahoma, and that means some folks are starting to get those phone calls to upgrade their seats if they qualify. Now remember, to qualify for upgrading your seats, you had to have renewed your Rocklahoma tickets from the previous year and taken part in that renewal. So once you renewed in 2019 fall and 2020, if you didn't pay it forward or whatever, in those renewal periods, you called to say, hey, roll everything over till the following day. So now that you have renewed all your stuff, they go on that list, and it's just first call, first serve basis, and they will ask you if you liked where your reserve seating was, or if you would like to move forward, and that's when you get the chance. So if you aren't renewing and you haven't got your Rocklahoma tickets for 2021, or if 2021 is your first year, or you just didn't go in 2019, this doesn't apply to you. So this is just for us that had reserved seating and we renewed. Oh no, Scott is they're talking about the hot tea, or the hard tea. It's on like Donkey Kong, man. Now, in addition to that, that's pretty much it as far as Rocklahoma goes. Now, I have it on authority that as of right now, the plan is to continue moving forward. So if anyone starts trying to throw that chatter because of the pandemic and all of that other stuff, nothing has been called off or has even been entertaining as called off. So just to nip that one in the bud, folks. Don't be that person that's trying to scare everybody for no apparent reason. Also, now I've been hard at work this last week. Now, as you guys know, we've had a Discord server for quite a while. It's not something that really is all that busy, and that's fine. But it's there as another form of social interaction amongst the Rocklahoma community. But given the whole political thing that's going on, and the amount of tensions going on social media and other than that, I've noticed that there's a lot of people that are wanting alternative sources of social interaction. And so I went ahead and remodeled the entire Discord. I rebuilt it from the ground up. And so if you were an existing member of that Discord, I do apologize that you folks got bombarded with notifications this last week as I was fine-tuning everything. But now that I'm done, we now have an amazing server. We've got multiple chat rooms, and if we can get a large enough community in there, there's going to be some fun activities that we can do, which includes things like trivia night, karaoke, open mic night. There's video chat rooms, voice chat rooms, text chat rooms. There's even news, and I went ahead and silenced all those notifications so they're not bugging everybody. But if you want to catch the music news as it gets sent out, you can join that, or you can look at the news channel. It even tells you the local weather, and it even keeps you update to the national COVID stuff, if those things interest you. But the cool thing is they're nicely tucked away to where they're not going to be bugging you, because some of you guys might be looking for that escape from that as you get into all those social media platforms. So this one is going to be lightly moderated, and we're going to keep all the offensive stuff. We're going to keep all the drama and all of that other stuff out. However, this is just going to be a very raw way for us all to communicate and hang out. And so I think it could be something potentially really cool. So if you'd like to check out the Discord channel, you can find the description in find the link in the description of this video. From there, you can click on that, And once you get into the server, it'll have some instructions. Just read what's on your screen, follow the instructions, and it'll tell you exactly how to open everything up. Because we do have to filter things, because there's a lot of bots that can try to get in those channels and bug people, and we try to put up that firewall to keep all of those things out. So you'll have to verify yourself, agree to the rules. There's some roles you can assign if you'd like to see some of the other rooms. And once you're done in that welcome channel, you can check out the other deals. And I'll probably even do a video either on TikTok or on YouTube, or maybe even Facebook, because I haven't posted any Facebook videos recently, showing how you can get into that Discord server. And so we can all have happy hour together virtually. And yeah, that's totally true. And you never know, we could even do some live streams, some cool things in there. I can share my desktop and we can watch some concerts together. Maybe we do that. You never know. There's a suggestion box. So if there's some cool activities you guys would like to see happen, you can drop that in there and I'll see if I can make that work. But what I need from you guys is to invite all of your music loving friends to that Discord server, so that we can build us a community inside of there. Let's see who we got. Love the Bill and Ted shirt. Thank you, Eric. I see Daisy is in the comments. What is up to the Mrs. Mapmaker herself? Got to see her a couple of weeks ago, and it was always awesome to see my Rocklahoma family. Eric, and yes, I am wearing this shirt, and this was a conscious decision today, because I see a lot of hate going on in social media and in the world today, and we just got to remember what the Wild Stallion said, and that's be excellent to each other. So absolutely. Now, also in other news, now as we know, we got to talk about the COVID, because that is, that's basically blocking everything up. And 2020 sucked because of the so much limited activities that we could get out and do. Now, on the bright side, now as we know that in Oklahoma, the COVID numbers was spiking pretty quickly. This past week, we're still climbing, but not at a fast rate. So the rate has slowed down a little bit, even though it's still moving forward. Hopefully that is just the beginning of the curve beginning to flatten. So in this past week, the number totals in Tulsa is 57,544 people that's been infected since this whole thing started. That's up 630, but that's down from 720 new cases the week before. So that's a good thing. We've got 491 deaths since this whole thing started. Now, to put things in perspective, in the whole state of Oklahoma, there's 352,000 cases, which is up 3,621, and we're at 2,952 deaths, which is up 27. But again, those numbers are less of an increase than the previous week. So that's good, right? Any news is good news. So we'll take the good news. Also, this has really hurt everybody. And no few people, aside from those who have had to suffer from this virus and the disease that it causes, businesses, especially our local venues. The local venues are hurting, folks. So if you're feeling comfortable with getting out and about and supporting those venues, by all means, get out and do it, but do so safely. Just wear the mask. I know they're uncomfortable. I know there's a lot of mixed feelings about them, but just wear the mask. It helps, okay? It reduces how much germs you're expelling and inhaling. It don't stop it, but it reduces it. And at this rate, if everybody does their part to reduce, then maybe we can get this thing under control. But anyway, if you're going out to those, make sure that you tip your bar staff, order those drinks, but do so safely. And some of the bars even have merch, such as I know the Shrine and a few others has their merch available. That helps them so much keep those doors open. Now, if you can't If you're just, it's too much of a risk for you, if you're not comfortable with going out and socializing, but you still want to do your part, you can still participate in the live streams when they have them. So like Mercury Lounge has been having a live stream service where you can pay. There's Ideal had theirs for a while. And like I said, there's still that merchandise. So even if you don't want to get out and be around other people, you can still buy the merch and still help them out. And if you're open to it, which I encourage everybody to, now if it's against your whatever beliefs that prevent you from doing this, but please, if you're indifferent or there's not something stopping you, please go and get vaccinated. The rates of side effects so far has been next to nothing. So we're not going to debate that. I'm just saying, if you're open to it, go ahead and pull that trigger and go get vaccinated. February 13th is the Shrine. It's going to be the packed house. Yes, Eric is right. We're going to be talking about that here in a little bit. Just a tasty bit of news, Gary says. The Outlaw Devils are writing the new album as we speak. Thank you so much, Gary. The Outlaw Devils, as you know, are great friends of Surviving Rocklahoma. We've done some interviews together. We've done a full live performance broadcast right here in place of Rocklahoma. That didn't happen in 2020. So a lot of love for the Outlaw Devils, and they're amazing artists as well. So talking about our local stages, www.saveourstages.com, they say the mission of the National Independent Venue Association, or NIVA, is to preserve and nurture the ecosystem of independent live music venues and promoters throughout the United States. This is our push to Congress, and there won't be another opportunity. Please help us. Hashtag Save Our Stages now. Now, as I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, as part of the stimulus that most of you got, part of that was also a measure in that same package to give to the Save Our Stages Act. Now, NIVA went on to the record for that and put out a statement that says, even with the Save Our Stages Act passed, it could take many weeks, even months, for the funding to flow. The NIVA, Emergency Relief Fund, with the Giving Back Fund, as its 501c3 fiscal sponsor, continues to raise money to assist the venues at great risk of permanently going under as we wait for the grants to be issued. You can get more information at www.nivassoc.org. That's NIVAassoc.com. And they have been doing a lot of work on behalf of the smaller venues, so that hopefully we've still got some left when the pandemic lets up and when we can start getting closer to going back and living our normal lives. Now, with all of that going on, I think it's time for some music. What do you guys say? So, we've played this band several times on Surviving Rocklahoma. They took part in several of the Rock the Equinox shows, as well as several other shows, and they put this new track out just a couple of months ago, featuring a legendary singer you might know from a little band by the name of Judas Priest. This is Fist of Rage with Tim Ripper Owens with Rage of Judas. Well, dadgummit, let me fix this, folks. I don't know what happened there. Live shows.
Yeah.
So once again, a huge shout out to Fist of Rage. Great track featuring the legendary Tim Ripper Owens. You can catch Fist of Rage this weekend. We're going to give you all the details momentarily. Going back here to the comments, Misfits sharing a funny story after the bitchboard was delivered Friday. The first thing I did was hang a Mardi Gras flag and take a picture for the group. That's freaking hilarious, and it's absolutely true. Christy and myself, we put together quite the little shindig called Camp Mardi Gras. We do it every Rocklahoma. We are going on our 7th year of doing this party, and we love doing it for each and every one of you guys. So be sure that Labor Day this year, you come and check us out Friday after the main headliner ends, because as soon as they leave that stage, our lights are going to come on, and we're going to have a great party and shenanigans had by all. But before we get to all of that, it is time for the national news, brought to you by At Your Service Rentals. Sammy Hagar has got a new album that they're putting out. It's going to be Sammy Hagar and The Circle, and they're going to cover David Bowie's Heroes. Now, all of you guys know I love David Bowie, probably more than rockers should, but there's just no end to the artists that he inspired. And Sammy Hagar had always had admiration for David Bowie, and he's going to cover one of David Bowie's most famous songs, Heroes. Hagar is dedicating the track to the frontline workers in the corona pandemic. And he's going to release that track around the time of Bowie's birthday. Now remember, his birthday, January 10th of 2016, Bowie passed away January 16th of 2016, and I can't wait to hear it. Now, Heroes is one of those songs that just about everybody has covered. Now, most of us remember the most famous cover of that song, which was done by the Wallflowers. It's also been covered by the likes of Oasis, and Jessica Lange did a cover of it in American Horror Story. Depeche Mode did it, King Crimson, Coldplay, even Motorhead and Blondie, and also Hollywood Vampires. His new album, Hagar's, will also include covers from AC/DC, The Who, Van Halen, and more. The album, called Lockdown 2020, is available now. Heard the new 9 Inch Nails version of Fashion that was released. It's killer, he says. I'm going to check that. I do love me some 9 Inch Nails. I didn't like their more acoustic albums, which is mostly just piano. I gotta have something, but I do love me some Trent Reznor. I'm going to check that one out. Also, you know we love Papa Roach. I don't know why that one's out of order. Okay, well, Black Crowes guitarist Mark Ford claims he turned down offers to join Guns N' Roses. So, you know, the guy in that little band, Black Crowes, everybody knows who Black Crowes is. Well, their guitarist could have been the bassist in Guns N' Roses. He was invited by Slash and when Izzy Stradlin left the band in 1991. He invited him a second time when Axl reformed the group in 2000s. He had already joined the Black Crowes in 1991 when Slash had called. Slash said, all right, well, that's no hard feelings. That'd be an awesome band for you. Even though in the Black Crowes, he was fired in 1997, but he rejoined 2005, but he left a year later. He wasn't part of the reunion lineup in 2019, but still just funny to think that the guy that was guitarist in Black Crowes could have been playing with Slash for the Guns N' Roses. Also, let's see what's going on in the comments. What's up, Shorty? Welcome to the show. All right, now Mike Shinoda also is in the news. Now, Mike, he's taken to Twitch. to produce fans' music. Well, first of the new projects featured a fan song, Bittersweet by Chris Kelly, who was one of Shinoda's fans and followed the Twitch channel. Shinoda's going to go live on Twitch, and he's going to produce the tracks while people watch, and he wants to give them a peek behind the scenes to see what goes into producing a record or a song. Shinoda gives a sneak peek behind the scenes of music production, settles on a final version, and clocked in at around 2.5 minutes long. That track is available, so go to Twitch when the show's over and check out Mike Shinoda, because he's going to be taking random fans and producing their songs. So that's really cool. Going back to the comments, I see Lori just joined us, which is awesome platform, Eric says. Yes, it is, and we are live on Twitch as well. Alrighty. Now, this one is, I don't know what's going on with my graphics here. Let's fix this. There we go. All right. Sorry about that, folks. There we go. Phil Spector passed away this week. Now, a lot of people got strong opinions of him. Yes, I know he's a bad guy and he did some really bad things, but the legendary music producer and convicted murderer passed away in the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation's custody. He passed away of natural causes, but if you don't know who Phil Spector is, you do know, or you have heard music that was produced by him, and he revolutionized music production by coming up with a technique called the wall of sound, which is very technical. It's hard to explain, but easy once you get the understand what you're talking about. Now, he developed a technique called the wall of sound. He produced acts like the Ronettes, Cantina, the Righteous Brothers. You know, a couple of their songs, You've Lost That Love and Feeling, the song that Tom Cruise and Val Kilmer singing in Top Gun. He also produced Unchained Melody, you know, from Ghost, Demi Moore, just saying. So he produced those songs. He also worked with the Beatles, man, and they produced several of the Ramones album. So your sound is kind of off too, isn't it? Oh no! You sure this is longer than mine? Well, thanks, Loretta. I'm going to have to check in on that one. But yeah, so Phil Spector has passed away at age 81. But you know, he is, even though he killed somebody, an actress, but he still had his contributions. So, in the spirit of contributions to music, let's give him a cheers while I fix this audio. All right, we are going to switch over. I'm going to play some more music, and I'm going to try to fix this audio. Here we go. This is, let me see if I can fix it. Here we go. And we're back. Hopefully, we knocked those gremlins out of the system. I hope everything's coming through better. Yeah, I was looking through, and there's issues on the YouTube servers, and yes, they're not quite as smooth as Facebook was, but we know how Facebook has been lately. So hopefully, everything is sounding a little bit better. Yeah, I hear us skipping. So let's see what we can do here. Unfortunately, there's not really anything I can do. It is on the YouTube end. So hopefully it'll clear up. We're going to go ahead and continue. Remember, guys, you can catch the show on Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, all of those other platforms. It's going to come through buttery smooth, just like these luscious locks. Anyway, music was perfect, but we can still understand you. It's fine. All right. Well, I tell you what, do what I do, drink another brew, and we'll just call it even. So anyway, let's go on, continue with the show. We got some live shows coming up, and we were talking about the Ratchet dolls. You just heard them with Out of Control. You can catch my full interview with the guys when they played Rocklahoma 2019 on this YouTube channel, and you can see the full-length interview. Really great group of kids, insanely talented, and I absolutely love their sound. And you can see them this weekend. But before that, we've got open mic night every Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. at Shot Happens of Tulsa, 8101 South Harvard Avenue. Great place to go, guys, if you want to try. Just get out there and put your music out there, and you just want to grace the stage. We'll go check out Shot Happens of Tulsa Tuesdays at 8:30. Also this week, Speed Dealer is going to be going on at the Mercury Lounge tomorrow. Great group, great music. That's a 6:30 show, 21 and over, 1747 South Boston, Tulsa. Also, now this weekend at the Shrine, I will be there. It's going to be a social distancing tour at the Shrine featuring Sign of Lies, Fist of Rage, and Ratchet dolls. Fist of Rage and Ratchet dolls you heard just a few moments ago earlier in the show. This is going to be Saturday, January 23rd at 7 p.m. 21 and over to get in because it is a bar. 118 East 18th Street in Tulsa. And remember, we're back. Bar time is back to normal. They're open till 2 a.m. So you guys can get out there and just party all you want. Just bring your masks. You got to have a mask to get in. If I hadn't had some beers and a tequila, I'd be down for some Java. That's awesome. Also, now we got on a serious note, one of our family members, he did unfortunately contract corona. He then got COVID, and which triggered a very rare condition. I can't even pronounce it right, but it's left him very, very weak. He was in ICU for a long time, and he's just an amazing, amazing person. And he wouldn't actually, if he knew about it, I am probably going against his wishes because he wouldn't want a big fuss made about him or publicity or all of this stuff. But we very, very much care for our Rocklahoma community, especially people like John, who would give you the shirt off his back if you needed it. And that's just the type of guy he is. And he's going to be in for a very long and painful recovery. And so the Shrine is putting on a benefit for him, and they're calling it the Love for John. And it's going to be February 13th, and it's going to feature Blackthorn, Elite, Perseus, Grind, and Sprout the Anti-Hero's new band, the Green Country Irate, as well as Heartbreak Cells. There's also going to be an auction, a silent auction at the benefit. Auction items will be available. There's also going to be a raffle. If you have something that you would like to auction, or you just want to donate so that they can auction that off, to help raise some funds to help get John by and through his recovery, you can contact Steve Murdoch, as he is one of the main ones organizing this whole thing, and that's going to be for our good friend John Wilson. We do call him our Rocklahoma brother, aka Zadoosh, but great guy. I guarantee you've seen him somewhere with his hat on and his dark sunglasses. But that's going to be going February 13th. Remember, you can catch information on all of these events through survivingrocklahoma.com. Click on the calendar tab. There's a Google calendar. What in the world? I don't know why Google would block him. That's crazy. We'll get him taken care of, though. Trust me, Misfit. We'll figure out what's going on. But yeah, you can check out the Surviving Rocklahoma calendar on Google, and you can access it through survivingrocklahoma.com. Click on the calendar tab, and it should be a little subscribe button for you, and then you'll have all of those calendar events in your pocket, along with your regular Google Calendar. So we're going to start winding things down. Obviously, I'm having stream issues, whatever they may be. And I think YouTube may just be having some hiccups or something going on. So we're going to go ahead and just start wrapping things up. So I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for supporting the show. This is your show. It's not my show. It's your show. Together, we have an amazing show with a great community that just totally builds up the insanely talented local musicians and support them, as well as the Rocklahoma community. And we are like family. Submit your music, bands. If you'd love your music to be played it on Surviving Rocklahoma, you can send your tracks, your videos, links to survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. You can also, if you've got a performance coming up, maybe you're going to be at one of the various bars that are still doing live music, send those to me as well. We'll get you put on the community calendar. Also, Spotify. We are live on Spotify. You can also check out the playlist, which anytime I play local artists, I throw it in that playlist as well. And it's called Surviving Rocklahoma Locally Grown, where we just support the local artists that doesn't quite get the radio airplay that they deserve. So at least you can go to the streaming media and check those things out. And you can even click the follow button so that you have those in your pocket. And if you check the download, it'll download that. So whether you got reception or not, you'll always have those tunes in your pocket. Speaking of the follow button, no matter how you're checking out the Surviving Rocklahoma content, like and subscribe, folks. Like and subscribe, especially right here on the YouTube channel, because I'm pushing for that 1,000 subscribers, and we're going to do it. And we can do it with each and every one of you. So tell your friends about the show, especially as we're coming up on these concerts, and we're going to have more advice for you and get back to the way things were. And you're only going to get those notifications if you click that subscribe button and click that little bell next to it, and you'll get an alert every time. And also, as I stated earlier in the show, make sure that you check out the description of this video. There's a link to the Discord channel, or you can head on over to Surviving Rocklahoma on Facebook, and then you can join the Discord server. We're going to have all kinds of fun things going as soon as we can get a community in there. The numbers are growing, though. We've already added like 30-something in the last 2 days since I first posted that it's open. And so invite your friends, anybody who loves that local Oklahoma music, throw them in here, and we can bring some new families. So when Labor Day comes up, and it's time for Rocklahoma, we're all going to be ready to rock our faces off. But until next time, folks, remember, even though it's a political week and there's some big things happening, we are all in this together. We're all Americans at the end of the day, so it doesn't matter what your political views, how we feel about the world around us. We are all the same, living, breathing. We're all humans, so give each other a hug. Respect your ability to love each other, even though you may not see eye to eye, and let's cancel the hate. Until next week, everybody.